Depends. I know who she is, and I can't stand her personally.
Why are you guys doing these Snapchat filters anyways?
We're bored.
Cause it's fun.
Because you're fine. I like the Snapchat filters.
Wah,
Snapchat
wah,
Well, if
filters.
you ever took a
wah.
photo of yourself, maybe you could join in.
You know, one day I will take a photo of myself, Alan, and then you can print it out and put it on your fucking wall like you want to do, okay? And you can just.
I already
look at me
have plenty
all
of
night.
photos of you.
I got
No.
Selena Gomez and Ashton Kutcher.
That's also very
Sure.
confusing. You don't look anything like fucking. Hold on. There's some noise going on in the background. Hold
Wah, wah, wah.
There we go. I fixed it. Good God, why does that always happen? Anyways, people, we are here.
Wow, that's how we started? With a fucking clunker.
Well, it was an echo.
Sure
That's
is.
what it was. But we were
Yeah.
fine. I think we were good. I think you know what? You want to start it again, Alan?
Yes.
Too bad. People, how you guys doing? It's a
you.
chat tag doing what we do typically. We're doing the pre-show for What Up Son, for the wah wah wah. I'm sorry. This fucking song, dude, I need to hear whatever this is because it's gonna drive me nuts just hearing this version that you're doing over
You're
and
not
over.
gonna like when you find out what it is.
I probably won't. It's gonna be fucking terrible. But here's music again. Just gonna play this because we're still doing our intro. And here's the thing. I'm glad all you guys are here with us today, hanging out with the chat tag crew. Corey should be starting in, I guess, we'll say about 10 to 15 minutes or whatever. But Alan Shake is in. This is your first time back for a while, man. How you doing?
Good, good. Are we being hosted? Because I think we're only on the chat tag right now.
Yeah, you're probably just only on chat tag. I mean, I know you haven't been here for a few days, but trust me, it pretty much does everything by itself at this point. So
Yep.
we will be fine. We'll be fine. It'll be cool. It'll be great. And I cannot wait to talk about some of the topics. We actually have a lot of topics today. Like, my God, a shitload. But we have some people over here in the Double Toasted chat. Now, I can't really show you guys, so once again, I'll reiterate this like all throughout the pre-show. But people, apparently, says there's a network error.
Yep.
We had this the other day, too. Here's the thing. Let me check something.
I was gonna say, we want to restart this or what's up?
Well, no, we could probably still go. Yeah, because we're working on our thing, so I don't know what's going on. Maybe it is a fucking. Maybe it's just a hosting issue. I don't know what it is, Mr.
I just got it.
You just got it? Okay, so we're good. I think we're fine. Let me see. I'm refreshing the Double Toasted page one more time to see
There
if
we
it's
go.
working. Oh, you see it now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yay! Oh, so great. Yeah, Marissa's saying, we got it. All right. Thank you very much, man. But yeah, we got so many topics to do. Usually we're shooting a shit with you guys in the chat and whatnot, and it's fun as fuck to do that. But at the same time, I think it's something we must do as far as discussing some topics because there's so many things we kind of like forgot to talk about lately. But before we do that, Roxy, how are you doing, you crazy, crazy person, you?
Wah, wah, wah. I'm doing all right. Got some Dr. Pepper. I got my wah wah wahs. I'm
Okay.
doing pretty good.
With that, I'm going to give this to Jet right away because she's going to say some wrong shit. I know she is. Dr. Pepper is one of my favorite sodas in the world. Jet, go ahead and name what the best soda in your opinion is so I can tell you you're wrong.
Lemonade count.
No.
Man, wow.
First of all, the thing is why I said this lemonade count because like they have lemonade pop.
They do. That is true. But they're
And if
usually bad.
I had to
They
say,
just have ranch soda, but I'm not considering a bottle of ranch a fucking pop.
But like,
then you say
here's
ranch. Then ranch does count because ranch soda.
But here's your choice:
No.
7-Up. Fucking, I don't know.
No,
what the fuck
honestly,
this is.
like
you don't
anything
count
with
that,
pineapple usually.
Yeah, still bad, very very bad. And plus too, I'm actually gonna ask you guys too. Is like, what's the best of the green sodas? I guess you can call them. Like, is it 7-Up, Sprite, fucking Sierra Mist? Like, which one is it for me? Oh, go ahead.
I mean, Sierra Mist
Sierra
is
Mist.
out.
Out?
Yeah, that's a no for me.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I'm actually glad you agree with that.
Honestly, I would have to say Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew. How about you, Al?
I actually kind of like Mountain Dew.
I mean, like, I like the Code Red Mountain Dew. I think that's a very, very good because it's so fucking like it hits you hard. Like, you know when they tell you that soda gives you kind of like a punch. Yeah, dude. Like Code Red will fuck your shit up. I love it. It's tasty. But Rox, how about you? Because I know you drink Dr Pepper. But what's your favorite soda?
Honestly, I like Vagina Blast the best.
Vagina.
What?
What?
Yeah, Vagina Blast.
What the fuck is that?
I'm assuming she's just
Baja
fucking the name up.
Blast.
I don't even know how to type that in because I don't want to show something.
It's
fucked
Mountain Dew. Baja, Baja Blast.
Up. Oh, Baja Blast.
Baja Blast?
It's Baja Blast, but I like saying Vagina Blast better.
You fucking stupid.
You like being wrong.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
I'm gonna show this shit over here. Yeah, this looks awful. I'm gonna be honest. This looks like it's not even in fucking sale anymore. Baja
No, they
Blast.
still have it.
I've never seen this can in my entire life, man. I'm not joking
And
around.
they sell that at my work in the vending machines.
well, keep in mind, people, a big context here is that they both live in Illinois and Chicago and Rockford, so y'all got some weird shit going on over there. The rest of the world, who's like normal and shit, like we don't have things all crazy like y'all got it. Okay, so sorry to kind of throw the
Okay,
shade
do you
on
want me to be honest then and state like my real favorite soda?
Well, yeah,
No.
that's what I wanted you to do.
I like the runoff from the rainwater that you get in the street.
That
Oh, that's
is.
always good.
We all
Yeah.
float down
It's
there.
always
Fuck
cold.
y'all.
It's crisp.
That's so fucking gross. I will say though, dude, I used to drink the water from the pool. It fucking sucked.
Well,
What?
yeah.
Yeah, when I
On
was
purpose?
swimming. Not on purpose. I mean, like I would just let it go in my mouth, but then like I would. It
Ugh.
was fucked up because
Yeah.
I was a kid, dude. I was like 4 years old, so I don't know what the fuck I was doing. But like, I would come out and I'm like, and I like burping shit, and they're like, dude, I've been drinking the water. I'm like, well, what's wrong? It's water. It's like, we've all been swimming in it.
And pissing in it.
Yeah, and we got bleach and or that chlorine shit in there. Like, dude,
We got ass in it.
yeah, we got ass. So I was eating ass since I was 4 years old, y'all, or drinking ass at least.
No, you don't. Just please stop.
Nothing's better than fuck eating ass, guys. I used to liquidate that shit.
Crack open a nice cold can of ass.
Mauricio saying change the title. What title, man?
I think you meant the subject.
Oh, okay.
Nice cold can of pool water.
Yeah,
Ugh.
nice and sparkly.
Fuck y'all.
I'm sorry, Alan. Damn.
No.
But here's the thing, man. There's been so many things happening in the news lately, and I mean, these things I didn't even write in our Google Docs, as far as like discussing what we're gonna be talking about. Any thoughts on? Because I'm not gonna do something in the background here for a second, but any thoughts on the whole Kobe Bryant stuff? People's comments on it? Have you noticed people talking lots of shit lately? I'm gonna give you a chance to talk about that for a sec.
It was weird because I was at work when I fucking
the
heard the news, and that threw me out because I'm not a big basketball fan. I'm not a big sports fan. Never did. But it was just the fact that it's like, yeah, the guy gets in a helicopter and then fucking dies. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? This dude's like the most like fucking most recognized like athlete in the fucking world. He's on his way to his daughter's basketball game, and just straight fucking dies. And it's like, yo, 41 plane crash. Not like, oh, he had some sort of sickness or he was 75. It's like, no, he just one day he's there, one day he's gone. And it's like, yeah, your fucking ticket is up. No, it doesn't matter how rich you are, how poor you are. If you're dying tomorrow, you're dead. Like, it doesn't matter who the fuck you are. And that just threw me off because you always think of like celebrities as immortal. Like, yeah, they're gonna be around forever. They got money, they got people keeping an eye on them. They'll be around forever. And then this happens at 41, and you're like, fuck, you know.
Yeah.
Life is not guaranteed to anybody, man.
I'm looking over here in the YouTube chat, by the way. Oh boy, Ryan Watson there saying, you've got that variety. Although chat tag is brought to you by the letters T, M, and I. So sorry about that shit earlier. But as far as the Kobe Bryant stuff and just everyone talking about so many things happening right now in general, man, it's like, yeah, it's kind of rough to, have so much crazy shit going on. But then at the same time, in the middle of all that, just like something so serious where, like, I mean, this morning I woke up and I saw Ice Cube talking about Kobe and everything like that too.
Yeah.
And it's like, God, I'm seeing people that act a certain way and carry themselves a certain way just completely like eliminate all their characteristics, because this hurt them so much. So it's fucking crazy. But it's something to think about, people, when you go online and something like this happens. It's like, yeah, try not to stand out just for yourself. If you have something
I
legit to say
hate
about
that,
something,
man.
yeah. And I mean, we won't go because we went off yesterday really, really bad, so I don't want to do that again. But I will say, just keep in mind, people, that even if you feel strongly about something, even if there's like some really fucked up thing about someone who died, just know that when other people are involved in it, man, be careful what you say, because
Yeah,
it's
half
like-
from class, like 3 teenagers died. Like, calm down.
yeah,
And it's like people are just like, well, everyone else is being nice. I'm just gonna stand out because I want to actually show the kids. Like the motherfucker just died, and it's like, like me and Nick are moderating the fucking Chill Toast. And the amount of you dumbasses that are like, oh, he just died. Well, let me get on this train. You weren't mad about Kobe a week ago. You weren't mad about Kobe 3 hours prior. The only reason you're quote unquote mad about him now is because people will actually listen to you.
yeah, no, exactly. So yeah, man. I mean, granted, we're starting out the show kind of sad, and I'm not trying to do that on purpose. Just want to get that out of the way. But another thing I need to get out of the way that's kind of been a little bit old now. I think this is like news that kind of hit. I mean, there's something that was written 3 hours ago, which is what we'll talk about today. But at the same time, this has been news for the past week now.
What's up?
Man, Alan, don't hate me for bringing this particular genre of media up. Okay.
Oh,
'Cause
no.
we know how this is gonna go with me and you. Gamestop, brother. Yeah. Have you heard about the news?
They're trying to find a buyer.
They're trying to find a buyer, which is funny. Is like, yeah, someone. I mean, so many people have made this joke already, but it's kind of like,
They give you $750 for it.
Yeah, exactly, right. But yeah, actually, before you even get to you two, because me and you're probably gonna go back and forth with this a lot. Roxy, I'm gonna start with you, and then I'll ask Jet. But like, when was the last time you actually went to GameStop to buy video games?
Shit.
I mean, it has to be a long fucking time since then.
It's been double-digit years since I've been there, honestly. The last time I went there was to go pick up Ganja because I was getting my hair cut, and he was literally right next door because he got tired of waiting for me. So that was it. That was the last time I stepped foot in a
Actually,
GameStop.
double-digit years would be minimum 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So
10.
you went to
No, but aside from
when you were
that,
12.
He said, bitch,
to buy video
the
games.
last time that you went in there to play games, that was double-digit years ago.
Actually, he said when to get games, but even then, so at minimum 12.
Just so you guys know, for anyone who doesn't really watch our content all that often, this is one of those examples that Alan is known for arguing. I'm known for anger. Roxy's known for
you
doo-doos.
motherfucker. I've been gone for a week, and the minute I'm back, you're like, I need to act like I'm better than this
No,
motherfucker.
but you argue like, come on, man. Like,
And you're a
gotta argue
bitch.
this
No
one
one
point.
likes you.
She just said she was there to pick up Ganja. You're like, well, technically that's not 10 years. I mean, come on, man.
Not a joke, and also you're a bitch.
I'm sorry. I was just saying, like, that's
You're
what
not.
people are probably thinking. But no, man, Alan's great though. Alan's so awesome. He has a big old dick too.
Oh, fuck off.
No, he don't.
But
Fine. Call me out.
Jen, I'm gonna ask you really quick though. Yeah, like when was the last time you've been to GameStop to buy video games, not to drink coffee or whatever the fuck?
Well, buy video games, I honestly can't really remember. I mean, I used to go like when the last Pokemon game came out. I went there to get like cards and stuff like that, but buying, I can't remember.
Really? Okay, yeah. Ryan's like, Nick the Twitch bitch. No, thank you very much for saying I'm cool though. I appreciate that very much, Ryan. Yeah, man. I've been there like 2 years ago when I bought God of War because they had some power up rewards deal, whatever the fuck. And I think that those things still kind of help out. I think that when people, because I think they've upped the stuff you get back for the power up stuff. So if you remember, hey, this is a good time to go over there because they're going to give you the most they can. Same thing with Redbox. Redbox is not selling video games anymore through their service, so now like you can get Resident Evil 2 for like $8. It's fucking crazy.
Well, people kept stealing them.
Oh, really?
Because of course they did. Yeah, they would just steal it and put a random disc back in, and you couldn't really stop the people. So like it became too expensive to replace, and we weren't doing that much. So you know what? We're just gonna get rid of our entire stock and just only sell movies because it's way cheaper.
Yeah.
Man, that was me like with fucking Blockbuster and Hollywood Videos when I had a game and the disc would get all scratched up. I would just rent the game and switch the shit out.
Yeah, you're an asshole. Because I used to be the person that goes over there and gets fucked over that shit all the goddamn time. But Alan, this is your spotlight, man. When was the last time you went to go to GameStop to buy video games, as well as what are your thoughts on this whole stocks and sales plummeting and all that bullshit?
So GameStop is it's a multinational company, so they actually don't have a lot of stores in Canada, but it is they own EB Games, our version of GameStop. Mm-hmm. So I go there every 2 weeks because for anyone that ever follows me on Facebook, I have a lot of keychains, and that's generally the better place to get them, at least the ones for video games and stuff like that. So I do go there like once every 2 weeks to pick stuff up. As far as buying games, video games are so expensive as a Canadian that the best way to really get video games is to just go on random places and try to find better deals. So I buy almost all my games now digitally, exclusively digitally, because it's like, yeah, a video game up here with tax costs $90. And it's like, man, it's like, yeah, there are a bunch of games that I buy. I buy games all the fucking time. So to answer your question, probably about a week ago, like I think I bought Hollow Knight on my Switch. So it's like I do buy games a lot, but it's like I got to find the cheapest option sometimes. So GameStop going down doesn't really affect me in any way because it's like I don't give a shit. Hell, if anything, it might not even affect EB Games. They might just become their own entity and say, fuck you, GameStop. We don't need you anymore.
Yeah, because here's the thing, man. Like, I don't, like, I talk too much shit about GameStop and especially the gaming industry, and I won't even get into that. But the thing is, like, you know, they've already said like 4 months ago that they're going to change their whole style of what the purpose is from the store. It's not going to be just like this merchandise place where you go in there and you buy magazines or you buy a strategy guide that no one's going to look at anyways, or buying video games. Plus the trade value, everyone's already aware of the fact that the trade and values are fucking terrible at GameStop.
I don't know if GameStop does this on their website, but I know the EV Games in my country does it where you'll see a game and it'll actually tell you the trade-in value.
Really, that's smart. And actually the website does do that. When I was working at a different video game store, if someone came in trying to trade us a game and they told us that they came from GameStop, they're trying to get a better deal, I would actually look up GameStop's price because you can do it through their online service, and I would always just go like $1 more. You know what I mean? So, yeah, which that's a bad idea for competition because mom and pop stores can do this all the fucking time. I mean, think about the big businesses. they're gonna know where to price their shit and trade in values to compete. That's why GameStop's losing to everybody else too. That's another thing.
Well,
But
yeah, it's there's again, it's the exact same thing we're talking about. Is GameStop again 10 years ago? GameStop was really the only game in town to buy games. When you're dealing with the 360, PS2, PS3, 360, Xbox, the only place you can buy is like, yeah, maybe Walmart was starting to put games there when video games were really starting to get popular. But it's the exact same thing we're talking about with the streaming service. Is there's no longer only one place to get what you need. Now everywhere selling games. Walmart has a pretty decent game selection. Best Buy, all these places. And then the digital marketplace, it's like, yeah, you don't, in most cases, you don't even need to leave your house to buy a video game. So it's like, why am I going to trek all the way to GameStop and have them fucking try to upsell me on 18 different fucking, things when I can just wait for a deal on PlayStation and buy my game or whatever the fuck. And I don't even have to have a disc or anything. It's like, the reason GameStop is dying is because there's 18 different places to buy video games. I mean, I buy most of my shit on fucking websites. I'm not gonna say because I don't want to become too popular.
Yeah, no, exactly. You literally had to do that now. One big thing too I want to bring up is, and this is the thing I was kind of like alluding to earlier, is they admitted they're going to change their whole purposing of the store, and that was going to be for the people to come in and play these demos and play, almost like a little arcade, but you play like console. You make an arcade version of these consoles, and they've been doing this for the whole time anyways, but they're just going to do this more often. They're going to give more of a space in all of their stores for this particular type of stuff, and maybe having a thing where maybe you have like a power-up fucking card that you swipe through. Oh, now I can unlock the Switch so I can play it and see if I want to buy it, blah, blah, blah. Which I think is very smart, and it actually makes it cool because I'm pretty sure teens would like to come, from school and just hang out at GameStop. It'll be like the cool place to hang out now. But I guess they're not making that change fast enough, or whatever the case may be. I don't know.
Or it's just not profitable enough because they don't know how much of the margin's going to be. And it's just like, it's a situation where GameStop has been failing forever. And I was talking to someone, like, in a decade, this thing's going to be over. And it's like, yeah, I don't think, it'll last. I'd say by 2025, GameStop's going to go bankrupt because it's like, they're going to start shutting down the stores. They're a Blockbuster. It's over. Like, Blockbuster died, one, because of its awful business practices, and two, because it people were buying more digitally and not enough. You're always going to see people, physical forever, but it's like, that's not the marketplace anymore. The marketplace is digital, and they're the last of the brick and mortar stores. So give it a couple of years, and you're no longer going to have physical. The mom and pop shops are going to be fine, actually. Because
be really fun.
There's actually a mom and pop shop right next to my fucking house that's within walking distance that still rents games, and I get random merchandise there and has really good deals on everything, and I go there literally like at least once a week just to check it out, and I'm always giving them money. So it's like, the mom and pop shops are gonna do fine because they don't need to compete anymore. They're like, okay, we can breathe now.
Yeah, really quick, I'm gonna ask Jen and Roxy, because they're coming from the perspective of just not giving a fuck about these particular places like me and you do. So from their point of view, I'm very, very curious. As just a typical person, I'm gonna start off with you, Jed. What do you think they have to do to fix what's wrong with GameStop? Like, what's one of the first things that comes to mind for you that's like, do this? Like, that would definitely fucking help.
That's hard to say because there's already a whole bunch of other places doing the things that GameStop should have been doing in the first place. So it's just like, why go to GameStop when you can just go to these other places? I mean, they should have already been doing demos. Didn't they do demos before?
Oh, yeah, they did. And I guess, to Alan's point earlier, it's just like the whole idea of, maybe it just didn't make enough profit or they didn't get enough money from doing it.
Yeah, like now, basically, people just go to GameStop to get, like, maybe, like, toys and shit, and maybe, like, the Pokemon card every now and then. But hell, like, I think even now, like, you can go to Walmart and get that shit, or basically just be out in the fucking parking lot and just download that from just download it while you're in the GameStop parking lot, and then you can just fucking go. There's no need to go in there. Honestly, I really don't know what they could do.
I feel like they could do other things where it's like, why not have tournaments and have like the GameStop power up something.
See, that's the thing, tournaments too. Like, there's other places that are doing stuff like that. Like, hell, the mom and pop shops do fucking tournaments.
Oh yeah, all the time. So often, yeah. Roxy, how about you? What do you feel like from your perspective of being a person who probably doesn't give a fuck as much as me and Alan do about GameStop? What's one of the first obvious things that come to mind about fixing a place like this?
Honestly, the way they're going, it's just basically the same route as Blockbuster. They can keep trying to do different like marketing tactics or like game nights and all these other things just to bring in more people. But they're just dying out. But I think one of the biggest problems that I found personally with GameStop is that that's a store that you go to where you just see a bunch of sticky kids running around, screaming and touching everything. I don't want to go there. I want to be able to go there, like, shop around in peace, look at cool stuff because I'll give them that because the GameStop, I almost said Game Shop, the GameStop that's near me, they have like a bunch of plushies, they have like purses, they have stuff to like decorate the house with. I like that.
Hmm.
But there's just so many kids everywhere, just like sticky kids touching everything. The moms don't
Yeah.
give a shit. And then they're not even staying at the whole like little gameplay area. They're just climbing on the fucking counters and
Yeah,
fucking
fucking
knocking
animals.
over racks and shit. I don't want to go there.
Yeah, no, I'm actually in
I'm
the
not trying
same.
to be bugs while I'm shopping.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree, and that's the biggest thing too. Uncreative deconstructionism. That's a fucking long ass goddamn title there, buddy. But he just says Black 2 with the white logo. Maybe GameStop has to do that. Just wear some DC merch. Like I don't know, man, but I
It's
feel
just
like. Oh,
it's
go
the
ahead.
unfortunate thing of it's over. Like there's no way to really save it. Like you might have some decent ideas, but they're downscaling for a reason. But it's like, hey, 2007, just say Blockbuster, Nick. Like,
Yeah.
like,
Well, true,
good
but the
luck.
thing is, like, I feel like Blockbuster would have survived too if we just would have changed with the times. Like, that's one thing I think about games in general. They need to like fix some shit. It's like when people don't change with like the direct like what people are saying. Like, dude, look at movies. I gotta tell you, man. I know Marvel was huge in 2008, and Dark Knight came out, and blah blah blah, all that cool shit. Actually, me and you talked about this, Alan. 2008 was one of the best fucking years
Yeah,
for anything. You know, it was amazing.
Rambo, Iron Man, and Dark Knight came out the same year.
Yeah, fucking insane. But the thing is though, and Tropic Thunder and everything too. But around that time, like from 2008 to like 2012, I remember like shit was starting to get kind of rough as far as like just being involved in movies. Like you go to the movie theater, you pay all this money, you get a bad experience. Everyone's fucking annoying. They sell DVDs that don't have any special features that cost just as much as a fucking Blu-ray with
Yeah.
the same lack of features. By the way, it just looks nice. It was really really bad. And what they started to do is they started double featuring the Blu-rays. They started having movies released on Netflix as opposed to the movie theater. So you had to go to a movie theater to watch some fucking boring ass silent film or whatever the fuck was going on. I think that the movie industry has actually answered what people have been complaining about, and I think that movies and streaming and all that stuff has never been easier than now, and it's cool, and that's why everyone's willing to spend the money on the new Hulu fucking subscription and the new this and new that. But now that's starting to get crazy too. So it's
I
like
got another improvement for GameStop.
what?
Can y'all make sure your employees aren't gatekeeping me every
What?
single
Mm-hmm.
time I go to the store?
Yeah,
Say,
What?
like, for example, I buy like a Pokemon wallet because I have a Pokemon wallet. Like, just ring up my shit and go. Don't
Yeah.
fucking ask me shit like, so, how long have you been a fan of Pokemon? Are
yeah.
you familiar with this generation and the directors and all this other shit behind it? Oh, that's right, you don't know. Well, you see, I'm going to educate you about it. Fam,
Yeah.
just get in my shit and go. I don't want to hear you talk. I'm not trying to hear a lecture. I'm trying to get my shit and go,
Man,
bitch.
Ganja got mad at me one time because I had a conversation with a dude at GameStop, and we were having a good conversation talking about video games and shit. Ganja's like, "Man, why are you ruining that guy's life? He doesn't want to talk to you." I'm like, "We were having a great conversation, and we were talking about fucking Destiny and other random video games. Like sometimes you can talk with these people, but sometimes it's like, yeah, I just want to get to my fucking purchase, dude. Like, I don't give a fuck about the extended warranty. Do you know about our pre-orders? Yes, I do. I'm in this in like
Yeah,
I'm
I see
pretty
the
familiar with
fucking
the video game industry.
advertisements all over the entire fucking store. Like, you know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
and that brings up the thing of like GameStop is no longer needed for this industry because, again, rewind to 2004. There was barely any cover, like outside of GameTrailers.com. You really didn't know when video games were coming out, except if you heard about it in a magazine or E3. That's why those things were the biggest things in the world. What would you do? You go to GameStop and they give you your pre-orders to see what games are coming out. Everyone already has Twitter. The companies are directly telling you when games are coming out. E3 is everywhere more so that even sometimes it leaks beforehand. GameStop is no longer the place for information on video games. It's no longer the place to buy video games. And their business practices are so old school that, again, people like Rossi that barely buy anything, especially don't want to go there because they don't want to deal with a 4 hour conversation just to buy a $5 card. So it's like it's unfortunately like it's dead. Like it's been dead for a while, and the only reason it survives is because it's a recognizable name.
yeah.
Like,
Also, they.
conversation, like, normal conversation's good.
Mhm.
But when you're trying to, like, fact check me on every single thing that I buy, I'm not trying to hear that. Let me just like the thing I like. You can like whatever you like. I'm not about to sit here and list off all my points as to why I like this thing.
Yeah, plus it does a thing too where like for me, because you probably feel like, oh well, because I don't know this, they're just trying to kind of like call me out or whatever. But like for me, if I go in there, I'm thinking because I might have a an issue with sales people and shit. I'm thinking you're trying to sell me on something else. Like, well, let me tell you about Pokemon Leaf Green. We have
Yeah.
this old used copy that's all fucked up. They want you to buy, but it's really good because reasons that you may not know, and I'm just taking advantage of you not knowing, so I can sell you on that too. It's like, dude, leave me the fuck alone. Like, I know what I'm getting. And by the way, if I don't know, maybe I'm buying this for a fucking friend. You don't know. Leave me the fuck alone.
My little brother threw up on the box. It's
Yeah.
yours for $25.
Yeah.
Yeah, another thing too, I think they should do very often, and this is what mom and pop stores do too, but like get some technicians in there to fix the shit. Parts to fix an HDMI port, because usually those, I think, if you get the right pins and the soldering itself, just the time it takes, it's about an hour's worth of work, and the part's probably about $30, right? The mom and pop store I used to work at used to repair them for $80, and then for members you do it for $60. Imagine GameStop being such a big chain, you could do that shit for $100. Imagine everyone going over there fixing their consoles instead of buying new ones, so fuck those up too. Like, yeah, help people out, man.
Yeah, that would actually. Oh no, they might not be allowed to. Because a lot of times when your console breaks down, you have to call down Sony, and it's a mix of they're not allowed to and they don't feel like it. Because half the time when something breaks, they're like, just call the manufacturer. I'm like, why don't you fucking fix it? Oh no, we have to pay. We have to essentially pay an engineer that knows how to fix these a lot of money for something that doesn't happen that often. Like. It's amazing, and sometimes companies straight up saying, "Yeah, don't do that. We need people to send it back to us because it's our product. We don't want you fucking around with it."
Wow, I didn't even know that. By the way, Austin's talking about people were asking GameStop, like, you guys got Battletoads for the Wii?
I don't remember hearing that.
Yeah, I don't remember
that. I can't remember if that started off as a prank that they did with who's that? Pawn Star? Not. Actually, it might have been Pawn Stars.
Yeah, or Hardcore.
No, the one with like Chumley and shit.
Oh, Pawn Stars. Yep. Yeah, that's Pawn Stars.
Yeah, basically, people would call in asking for a copy of Battletoads, just annoying the one dude on there, just over and over again.
Wow.
I think that's how that started off. It was pretty funny.
I was gonna say, was Battletoads ever on the Wii or what?
See, so
like,
I don't know if this is like fake.
No.
I don't know. Like, I legit have never heard about this before.
Old ass game. Well, not old ass,
well, no,
but like
it's
from
old, but
the older
many
consoles.
Well, yeah, but like the Battletoads, they've had so many versions, especially Battletoads Double Dragon, like combinations and everything too. So like, I wouldn't be surprised if they have one for like Wii or Wii U, like an old school kind of like remake type thing, whatever the fuck. But my God, like that would be annoying as fuck to be asked. I remember one dude used to ask me for the strategy guide to Star Wars, the Force Unleashed or whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah.
He kept asking me, and I knew it was a joke the first or the second day that he asked me, but then he started like, no, I remember seeing it there. It was for $14.99. He just kept. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to be nice here, but it was almost like that movie, The Corn Dog Man, where like every day would ask me, and he would just argue with me that I do have it, but I'm like, I don't have it. You can come in the store and you can try to find it for me. And
I'm hiding it from you.
Yeah, like what the fuck? He's like, I know you have it. It's the one with the blue with the and literally it got to a point too. I'm like, I just looked up the magazine online. And I literally told him like exactly how to get it, where to buy it. Don't buy it from us. If we do have it, fuck us. Don't buy it from us. Just buy it. Just leave me the fuck alone. Like,
that's hilarious.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. I remember my boss was just like, "Hey, man, you can't do that. You gotta make them buy from here." I'm like, "We don't have the magazine." Well, we can get it one day. Dude, he won't leave me alone. Like, it was fucking ridiculous over Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. Which, by the way, I gotta play the game at some point. I know people love that game very, very much.
It's good. Yeah, it actually is. The first one's actually really, really a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. The second one's a piece of shit.
Oh, really? So it has the Battlefront situation with it, basically?
It's more of, I don't know. Honestly, it's more of the sequel didn't exist. The only reason we made a sequel is because the first one made so much money. And the first one was like, oh man, we're gonna be this kind of game. It's like, no, we're not God of War. We're just gonna have some elements, but we're gonna be a cool game. Second one's like, nah, fuck it, we're God of War.
Yeah. I mean, I love God of War, so it is what it is. But we'll agree to disagree, sir. But that's our GameStop talk. Yeah, man. I don't know what to do as far as like whether to root for them or to root against them because I've been fucked over so often from those fucking assholes. But at the same time, it is what it is. It's only good for gaming if that shit actually survives. So yeah, man. I mean, if you guys want to support your local physical fucking video game handler, like, yo, buy from GameStop.
No, go find a mom and pop shop and give them your fucking money. They deserve it more.
You're right. Yeah, honestly, yeah. Do that. Big time. So, here's the thing. I've been wanting to talk about this for a while, too, and I've been waiting for you to get your ass in here to talk about this, because I know most of the people that we do the show with do not like the video games as much as I do. But first of all, let's talk about the big video game moment after I bring this up first. Firstly, Mortal Kombat is getting an animated movie. Yes, sir. The fucking sequel to Defenders of the Realm. I'm just kidding.
No, nobody remembers that but you.
It was so good. But no, apparently the anime movie is cast with Joel McHale and Jennifer Carpenter. I don't know who either of these people
Joel
are.
McHale, he's an asshole, and honestly, he's really not that funny. He's probably gonna be Johnny Cage, just because he's kind of that. He's a weird comedian. And then what was it, Jennifer Carpenter? She's probably gonna be Sonya Blade, maybe.
Really? Okay.
Like I'm just guessing based on like what I know about these actors and just their voice and personality. I'm like I can kind of guess what they're gonna do with that.
Oh, I just realized she's Dexter's sister. Yeah. Yeah, I fucking hate her now because that last season was so garbage.
Oh, no, okay. That was like Dexter's Laboratory, right? No.
No, Dexter, the movie where, you're supposed to want the guy to kill everybody because he's a serial killer too or some shit. It's fucking insane. But I love all the first 3 seasons, and then like 4, 5, and 6 kind of get crazy. Especially that last season. My God, what a terrible fucking season.
That's all I heard about Dexter. Because I'm like, hey, should I watch it? Everyone's like, no.
I say you should, and just stop after a certain point. You
I can't do it. The only time I ever did that was with House. I was like, man, the first 7 seasons of this show are great. Oh boy, season 8's terrible, and I'm done watching it.
But yeah, I'm looking at this, man. Apparently, it's gonna be called Scorpion's Revenge, which is funny how we don't really have a person who's been put out there to play Scorpion, yet it's called Scorpion's Revenge, so that's kind of crazy. But here's the thing, man. I'm sick of fucking Scorpion. Mike, he's like the Batman of Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah, him and Sub-Zero are like the most overused characters in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, so Southpaw says, "Shut the fuck up about Defenders of the Realm, dude. I love that fucking thing. It's amazing.
You're the only one.
Every morning it was fucking great, bro.
No.
And Conquest. Come on, man. Conquest was the shit. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Yes. Who the fuck said that? I agree with you.
Southpaw's going in on me. But yeah, man. So I mean, are you sick of Scorpion too, man? Because I would imagine you would be.
It's just like Scorpion to me is my favorite. It is like for me. I always think he's better than Sub-Zero because Sub-Zero's a little bitch, but. It's like, is he my favorite character? No. Honestly, I really don't know if I have a favorite character in the game. He's cool, but I honestly have not played him since MK4, just because there have been other characters I enjoy more. I think Devora is probably my favorite of the newcomers. She's weird as fuck, but I don't know. I like how
Jet, basically.
Yeah, she's Jet. We're down to the bugs. But as far as an animated feature, yeah, honestly, they could do it. Like, it depends. Are they gonna go like 2D or are they gonna go 3D? Probably 3D, so they can get the blood and guts and gore. But yeah, they could do a lot more crazier shit than they could do in the movies. I'm sure the movie's gonna be cool, but like I don't expect the movie to go as crazy as the video game. But something animated, like I could see them doing like a lot of the blood, a lot of the fatalities, way more brutal, ripping people's arms off and blowing their heads up. Like I can see them doing crazy shit, and it's gonna be on Netflix probably. Yeah. Like I can see it doing really well.
Yeah, I can see it doing well too. And I'm gonna ask Jet really quick too, because you watched so much crazy animated shit with me. You've watched so much gory stuff with me. I'm curious, Jet, what are you thinking about the Mortal Kombat animated series or movie that's going to be coming out?
I'm excited.
Do you feel...
Mostly because, like, the only thing you had to say is it's animated. I'm just like, oh, okay, I'm for it.
Yeah.
They're just like you guys already said, like, it's animated, so they can get away with a lot more shit. They can go crazy with it. They can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, you want to rip someone's fucking throat out and then feed it back to them? Like, yeah, go ahead and do that.
No, because the movie's gonna be like basic stuff. I'm sure we'll get someone cut in half, their head cut off, an arm ripped off, and maybe they could do it fine in live action. But you're doing that, you can literally vaporize somebody. Like you could do some crazy shit.
It needs to have Melina. If it doesn't have Melina, I'm out.
Oh, they'll get it. I don't know if they're gonna do this in live action movie, but Sub-Zero's finisher, where he rips the dude's spine out. Like, I don't know if they could do that live action. They could definitely do that in animated.
Yeah, they definitely can. And yeah, that's the thing that's kind of worrying me about this Radar movie that's coming out soon with Mikad Brooks, by the way. It's fucking crazy that he's going to be Jax.
Yeah, he's going to be Jax. He could do fine as Jax.
What if he hits somebody with an ashtray? Ashtray, bitch! Fucking smacking somebody, ripping their fucking heads off. But no, man. By the way, you got to watch that Tyler Perry movie, Alan.
No, I don't.
Yes,
I'm good. I've watched one Tyler Perry movie. I've seen them all. I've seen 2, so I've seen them all.
I know people are getting sick of that shit too. I know people on Facebook are like, okay,
that post on Double Toast. I'm sick of this ashtray shit.
And then it doesn't help that on Double Toast, Corey has a subscription thing that like all throughout the show, ashtray bitch. It's fucking great. But anyways, yeah, Melina's one character I think they need to put in there. Obviously, Baraka, I think that's very important. But Roxy, I'm gonna ask you, by the way, are you even into Mortal Kombat? Have you ever like played the games a bunch or whatever? Like, how do you feel about that?
Basically, where I mainly played him was at the dentist's office. I'd start like battling against other kids. We'd sit there and play for a while. And then I had to go get my fucking teeth cleaned, so I had to leave.
I'll be right back, y'all.
But like, I played with my brother for a while, back when we had that system.
And I mean,
But
did
I
you?
enjoy it.
Yeah, and by the way, was there any characters that kind of like, stood out to you, like more so than any other ones?
Melina, definitely.
Yeah, damn. I noticed that like girls probably like Melina the most because even though she's like super sexy, she's barely wearing clothes. Like they still have the whole thing like, hey, she's not that pretty. The bitch is basically Baraka. She has
Yeah,
like a
I
fucking.
never understood them sexifying Melina because it's like she has a piranha mouth, as I always called it. But they're like, oh, we're gonna have her naked and only using her size to cover her tits and put her on men's magazines. I'm like, why?
I think it's really cool though. Like I don't
Why
know.
don't you do that with Devora for the next fucking Mortal Kombat?
Well,
I think it
that's
goes into like the praying mantis thing where it's like, ooh, I could seduce you, and then I'm gonna fucking rip your head off
Yeah, I never understood that.
after I get like my dick.
No sex is worth dying for.
hard to get that
Fellas, no
Tunisia.
sex is worth dying over.
Sometimes it could be. But yeah,
No.
man.
Says you. Good ass
Yeah,
pussy.
'cause we're the ones dying.
It's all right.
You don't know, Alan. Could be some good ass pussy, then you get your head bitten off.
Look, no matter how bad my life's gonna get, that's not how I'm going out.
Now just picture it. You just bust like the fattest nut of your lifetime,
I
and
don't
then
need
your
to
head
live
just
anymore.
fucking ripped off.
Yeah, like, I don't need to live anymore. Like, no, there's still a lot of
I do
video
not
games.
want to think of fucking Alan busting a big nut, just like, oh, like it's just like, oh god, like it's just.
He doesn't go all. He coos. He goes. "Wrrr."
Yo,
Oh fucking a, dude, that's disgusting. But yeah, worst timing by the way, Dark Slayer. Like I beg to differ. I fucked him. He does not sound like that. But yeah, man, I'll stop picking on you, Alan. Yeah, Scorpion. I feel like he's the Batman of the Mortal Kombat universe. You know what I mean? Like in Batman, I guess I would say like in DC they have so many canons where he's so fucking amazing, and they remake this whole fucking trilogy. They have games based on him. They have Batman Ninja for fuck's sakes. It's like, dude,
I was
leave him
god
alone.
awful.
Yeah, but like at this point, I don't care how good. Like even Robert Pattinson being Batman in the next movie is coming out. I'm not excited, man, because I'm sick to death of Batman, and I have to say, I'm a big Mortal Kombat fan, and Southpaw's gonna beat my ass for saying this, man. And I'm sorry, but I'm not hyped for Scorpion's fucking revenge. I'm sick of your fucking revenge. You haven't finished your revenge yet. Been doing this shit for
Don't
fucking
worry.
ever, bro.
Don't worry. I bet you at some point he's gonna kill Scorpion, and then no, sorry, he's gonna kill Sub-Zero, and then 10 minutes later, Sub-Zero's be like, "Well, you killed my brother."
Yeah, how many brothers you fucking got, dude?
He's Kenny. He's the Kenny of the Mortal Kombat universe because he keeps dying, keeps coming back.
And then they keep calling him his real name too, which I'm fine with. The first few times, I'm Baihan, I'm Baihan, I'm Baihan. There's like 10 fucking Baihans now, and there's like 3 different Grandmasters. Like, dude, and now you got a robot Grandmaster, and he fucking died twice. Like, dude, stop. Just
Where's
fucking,
Master Splinter at?
yeah. That would be some cool ass fucking DLC. But yeah, man, I'm sick to death
Or
of
is that?
Scorpion.
Or is that? Did they put Battletoads in Mortal Kombat, or is that?
That was Killer Instinct, and then you
Killer
put
Instinct.
Ninja Turtles and Injustice 2.
Justice? Yeah, that's where it was. Okay.
Which is basically Mortal Kombat, NetherRealm Studios, the whole thing. And so they chat, tack. But yeah, Jen, I'm gonna ask you though, like, you're not sick of Scorpion though? You don't feel like he's the Batman of this universe?
I'm sick of Scorpion.
I'm sorry, I was talking. What'd you say?
Of course I'm fucking sick of Scorpion. Who isn't sick of Scorpion fucking Sub-Zero? Well, like, either one of those two, like, back and forth and shit. I'm just excited because, like, it's a fucking animated fucking Mortal Kombat movie. I just want to see the violence in Melina. Actually, I want to see all the girls. I'm here for the girls.
Yeah, and they did a good job with the girls lately. I think that
Yeah, they actually put clothes on him.
well, on top of that too, they just have like actual character depth. Like, dude, I love Jade's story. I think that's kind of weird seeing her make out with Kotal Khan. That was kind of weird. But I love what she's doing. And then Kitana being like the leader of fucking Outworld. Like, fuck yeah, dude. That's
Yeah, I don't like the idea with the Katana's character. I don't like the redesign in MK11 with Melina where they gave her lips for some fucking reason. Because then all you have is just weird cheeks. I actually liked it. I think they only did it just so Devora could kiss her. But like I liked it MK9 when she just had the fucking weird teeth. I'm like, that's fucking terrifying. In MK11, I'm like, you're significantly less terrifying.
And that's the
also
biggest
kinda
thing.
What?
It is kind of hot. No,
Kinda
it is. I will say too, just to take advantage of even doing this, because we were gonna review this when it came out like 6 months ago, or not even 6, like fucking 8 months ago. But Dude, I don't like Mortal Kombat 11. The storyline is so fucking bad. I mean, look, me and you will differ all the time, Alan, as far as MKX and the value of that fucking game and the
Yeah.
storyline. But can we agree that MK11 really dropped the ball even from that?
Oh fuck yeah, hell yeah! The fucking the trailer they had was cool because I'm like, we're gonna basically do a celebration of everything Mortal Kombat with time travel. We can do that, and then it kind of comes out and like, okay, the first few chapters are cool. As soon as Jade shows up, the plot just says fucking and takes a break.
Yeah.
It's like and we know that everything has to be reset. So the fact that we're trying to like give these people like moments like, oh, the leader of Outward's Katana, that doesn't fucking matter. Oh, we managed to solve the Lin Kuei problem. That doesn't fucking matter. Scorpion dies. That doesn't fucking matter. Everything they do doesn't matter because the end of the game makes everything that just happened irrelevant. And like, oh, we gotta make Liu Kang more powerful. Liu Kang's the most boring character in the entire Mortal Kombat history, and we're gonna give him cool powers. I'm like, this is just you're Mr. and Mr. Boring as the fucking lead heroes. And I'm like, I don't even know the ending. I guess they're gonna remake Time or some stupid bullshit.
Yeah, which is fine too, but even that villain I thought was kind of like weak a little bit. Like, oh, I fuck with Time. It's like, okay, we just watched fucking Endgame, lady. Like,
Yeah, it was just their end game. Every fucking like, there's so many things this year that tried to do their own end game, and a lot of them just didn't end up working. Like the reason I like MKX's story is because it was doing something that Mortal Kombat games never did prior with their stories. Because especially with MK9, MK9 was, hey, we're doing chapter selects, and every single chapter is based on a certain character, and we're gonna have some interactions, but you're always fighting somebody. MKX's storyline was like, no. This is an actual story from a video game. It just happens to be in a fighting game. So you have people sitting in a room talking. You have Reptile, who doesn't have his own chapter, but is sitting in a room next to Kotal Khan and Baraka, and they're having a conversation. It's like you're watching a television show as you're going through each individual episodes. They added new characters. They added new depths to the world. They make characters that were stupid actually relevant, like Rain. Who fucking remembers Rain? He's like
I actually love Rain, and he was great in Conquest, by the way. Sorry for pissing off Southpaw again, but I'm telling you, Rain was a shit in that fucking show. Fuck you, but go ahead.
Yeah, and they actually made him an interesting character where he betrays Melina and the reason she ends up dying. And there's all this political conquest of who's going to run Outworld. And it's like, there's actually like depth to the story. But MK11, it's like, fuck it. We're just going to be fighting game. I'm like, this is just not good.
Yeah, Mirage, Leonardo, 84, saying who's directed the new Transformers movies. Actually, we'll get into that right now. Yeah, we'll actually get into that right now. Because the thing is there's two people doing them, and they're happening simultaneously. One guy's being James Vanderbilt, that's his name. Very interesting fucking name. Yeah. And another interesting name is Joby Harold. So I don't know much about those guys. I know that James Vanderbilt has done the Amazing Spider-Man movies and Independence Day Resurgence.
No. I'm done. Nope, I'm out. I am fuck. Independence Day Resurgence is for me the worst movie ever made. Like I've seen a lot of garbage movies. I was bored as fuck during it. There's not a single thing. Like I was watching this with a buddy of mine, and I just turned to him like, I wish this movie was worse, so we had something to talk about. It is bland, middle of the road. There is just nothing interesting. It's not bad enough to be funny. It's not good enough to be interesting.
Damn, yeah, that's actually a good way to fucking say it, to be honest. Because, yeah, man, I'm looking at something like this, and, yeah, like I said before, James Vanderbilt, he's done both Amazing Spider-Man movies, Darkness Falls, Basic, which, by the way, have you ever seen Basic?
Basic Instinct?
No, just Basic. It's basically a movie with John Travolta, and I forgot the other shit that was going on in the movie, but basically it's a war movie, and, or a military movie, not a war movie, but they have a really crazy-ass ending that makes the entire movie almost pointless, but at the same time, you for sure would not expect the twist that they kind of had for you. And I think that someone who does twists like that, we need somebody like that with Transformers, because if you notice, no movie in the Transformers universe has a twist, or has a thing that you're like, what? Like,
what are you talking about? Last night did. Unicron is Earth.
Oh, yeah. Oh, goddamn. Fuck. That was a terrible fucking twist. That's such a horrible fucking twist.
You're not wrong.
We've been waiting forever. We've been waiting for fucking ever for Unicron, you motherfuckers, and it's Earth.
Have we waiting forever for Unicron?
Yes, that's the number one, like, most, like, fuck everybody villain. Like, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, who's gonna fuck with Unicron? Come on now. Like,
I mean, I don't know, the Death Star.
Fuck you. But the thing is, though, yeah, man. So James Vanderbilt, and here's the thing: like Independence Day Resurgence, we don't need a motherfucker who's worked on that movie to be on anything. And I don't know if he's working on the Bumblebee sequel, but on top of just being the Bumblebee sequel, one of these directors is actually working on a reboot of the entire franchise. So I thought Bumblebee was that. I could have sworn that was supposed to be the fucking reboot.
Yeah, I think it was. It was a reboot because it basically ignores it because they have a different design for Optimus, more of the classic. So it's like it kind of basically forgets that the other ones happened. So and it ends up being a reboot, but they might be trying to do it again because I don't think it was financially successful.
Yeah, it probably wasn't as successful as they wanted it to be, but I think it still brought in money, especially overseas. But the problem is, though, is to continue on this other Transformers universe, like, it has a bad stink to it, man. People don't dig that shit, and you're gonna go back to it? What the fuck are you thinking? You know, and I don't know if that's James Vanderbilt or Jody, whatever the fuck his name is, working on that. But this other guy, though, I want to bring that up too. Jody, what's his name? Jody Harold. He hasn't done a whole lot. He worked on Awake, Army of the Dead, and the 2017 King Arthur movie, which
Oh my god, did they just find the worst directors and writers? Because I look at the James Vander, whatever the fuck his name is. He wrote some of the worst movies I've ever fucking seen in my life. Like, it
yeah.
is ridiculous. Like, they're just getting anybody because I don't think anyone really wants to be associated because it takes so long to make these movies and you have to paycheck. But it's like, man, I could do other shit.
Oh yeah, but then here's the thing, and I brought this up to you before, and we will, I mean, because you make valid points too. I'm not gonna say we argue just for the sake of arguing. I think that you brought up the fact that producing is not really important, especially considering the Terminator movies and Michael
Yeah.
Bay being involved in the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, etc. You know, what I mean, sometimes people just put their names on shit,
Yeah.
including Steven Spielberg too. But I will say this particular guy, Jody Harold, he's actually worked, or he's produced John Wick Chapter 3, Robin Hood, and The Edge of Tomorrow. And I gotta tell you, man, I feel like those
Two out
products...
of the three of those movies sucked.
Wait, you didn't like Edge of Tomorrow or fucking?
Edge of Tomorrow was boring as fuck, and Tom Cruise is terrible in the role. They need somebody else to actually like. The Edge of Tomorrow is a really interesting concept. The problem is, what's his face? Tom Cruise is such a like the smiling, likable poster boy that you never really feel the disparity that that character should be going through. Like, because essentially he keeps dying every fucking 10 minutes in that movie. Like that would fuck somebody up. Where it's like life doesn't fucking matter. I'm just gonna die. And I'll just reset back, but he's always jokey and like the lovable rogue type, and it's like you're not really fucking, you're not doing anything interesting. Yeah, you should like honestly, they should have got somebody younger that was kind of could show that off a little bit more. I'm trying to think of the top of my head could make that work. Maybe someone like Shia LaBeouf, if he can control his crazy ass, of just like showing how mentally straining this could be, but they never really have that. He always has to be smiling and laughing and joking. Like, I'm not buying that you're going through this shit right now.
Mirage Leonardo, he says, I've been binge watching the 2011 Transformers Prime CGI anime series, and it's really damn good. Halfway done with season 2, animation style similar to the 2012 Ninja Turtle series, which I do like that series. I actually really love the way they did the Ninja Turtles animated 2012 thing. That was fucking badass. Way better than that Michael Bay shit. He also said, too, that instead of a live-action Transformers movie, he'd rather have a Transformers anime movie based on the ongoing IDW comics. Now, me and you have bonded over this many times, but dude, I don't know if they are even allowed to because it's a Canadian animated show, but dude, I want Beast Wars so fucking bad, and I'm hoping that at some point they can actually bring the Beast Wars story to, you know, a live action theatrical release.
I heard this on a podcast years ago where it's like, why do we have to make things live action to make them to redeem them? Yeah. No, to make them redeemable. Because everyone's like, I want a live action remake of Kira. I just saw Akira for the first time, like, actually, the start of the year. That was, like, the first movie I fucking saw was Akira. And that movie's amazing. It doesn't need to, like, why does it need to be live action in English for people to be like, well, oh, good, now I can watch it. Beast Wars is a phenomenal show. I fucking love every minute of it. It is dark. Characters are dying. Villains are winning almost every episode. Like, there are characters that are sacrificing themselves like all the fucking time. It is and there are some goofy moments, of course there are. But it's such an interesting television show that it's like it being live action movie would ruin it because you would not be able to get the depth of the characters. So doing a live action remake wouldn't work because you wouldn't be able to get the darkness because it'd be so expensive to do the fucking thing. And with toy rights now, no one wants to kill off characters. So I'm like, just go back and watch the original. It's still good.
Yeah, no, I mean, it is still good, but at the same time, I think people kind of look at something like this and keep in mind, man, like, people are not used to Canadian fucking shows like Reboot and things like that, too.
Those shows are both great. Reboot and Beast Wars were amazing.
Yeah, no, I agree, but it's just, you know, I'm not trying to say, like, Americans are stupid or anything. It's just, like, we're just not used to it. I mean, look at the way we treat anime sometimes, too. You know, people are still, like, dude, even I'll admit that I was this guy until Jet showed me the way. But I was just like, yo, anime is just that shit where you look up little girls' skirts.
I mean, a lot of it is, unfortunately.
It is, but, I mean, I will say, if you look in the right direction, there's tons that are not like that. And at this point, I can say, straight up, 80% of the anime that I've watched in the last fiscal year, is completely like normal shit. It's not like, you know, perverting fucking young girls or big mech robots fucking doing crazy shit. I've really liked the stuff I've been seeing, and I think that even all the releases this year, like Keep Your Hands Off Ethiopian, I can't say that fucking word right, or and I really can't say this one. There's this show about lizards walking around and eating people and shit, guys. It's called Dohor Hidro or some shit. Very, very violent, extremely violent, and there's no crazy animeisms in there. It's not like insulting
Yeah.
to your intelligence. So definitely check those fucking things out, especially Mob Psycho 100. That's another one. So many things.
Yeah.
But
It's just always an issue of like, oh, animated stuff. That's kids, right? No,
yeah,
you're
it's definitely
just
not.
losing your own prejudices.
Yeah, and I don't know, they really need to stop that shit, especially with stuff like BoJack Horseman, which is going to be ending this month, I believe, right? I think the
Yeah,
last.
it's ending soon. It's on its last season.
Yeah, and it's like you watch BoJack Horseman, and that has more fucking heart and more fucking story than half the bullshit that's fucking out there on TV right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you. I'll even say this straight up. The best Spider-Man movie is Spider-Verse.
Yes.
Not
Thank
like
you so much. Yeah.
like, oh, it's the best animated Spider-Man. No, 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 no. I'm not even putting the fucking moniker of animated. It's the best Spider-Man movie ever made. It
Yeah.
does everything a Spider-Man movie should. It explores stuff more than any other Spider-Man's ever even attempted to. It has incredible dialogue, and because it's animated, it can do crazy stuff. Like I was thinking about this the other day. The scene where Amazing Spider-Man, who's basically broken and disheveled to this point, uh, is like talking to fucking Miles, who's still hopeful. There's a scene where they're just walking on the walls. And it's like, whatever, it's not a big deal, right? He's just standing vertically on the wall. He's Spider-Man, and he's kind of like Miles is trying to do the same thing. In a live action movie, they'd be like, oh, let's stop it and make it a moment. It's like in an anime, it's like, no, fuck it. This is normal because it's just them. They're using their powers, but it's second nature to them. They don't even notice they're doing it anymore. They're just trying to talk normally, but they're using their powers. And it's like that is one of my favorite fucking conversations because that's what Spider-Man would do. But again, but people are like, oh, I want a live action with Tom Holland and Tobey Maguire. No, you don't. You
Yeah.
just have this obsession with live action.
Yeah, exactly. Kirk is saying it's not the best Spider-Man movie, and I can meet him in the middle because I will say I go back and forth between the same Raimi movies versus multiverse because I like the first Spider-Man so much back in 2002 I think it came out. Fucking
Oh, I
love
think it
that
was
movie.
2001 actually.
2001, yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, I really like the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie. That shit got me into feels like I was like, oh my god, I fucking love Spider-Man. I didn't even watch this shit before, and I fucking love this movie. But moving on from this,
What's up?
you know, because I was gonna talk about the Mortal Kombat collection, which, about, you know, we'll do this really quick because. Yeah, man. We talked about Mortal Kombat earlier, and I'm going to ask you, what are your thoughts on them just releasing the first 3 Mortal Kombat games again for the collection online for PS4 and, you know, all the current consoles?
Wait, online, you could play it like multiplayer?
Yeah, which you could do that on the PS3 as well, but they stopped it. They actually stopped selling it, and you can't even find it on the PSN anymore.
Oh,
But
that's kinda
now they're doing this again for PS4, and here's the issue that I'm having with this. I want to get your opinion on this. You know, it's been so many years since they've done this. And you know the first 3 games are cool and whatever the fucking case may be, but there's also part 4, part 5, like Deadly Alliance, Deception, Armageddon, Special Forces, Mythologies.
Nobody
Why
cares
not?
about Wars.
Wait, so you're against them bring, like, even MK versus DC?
Oh fuck yeah! You cry on crack? Like Mortal Kombat versus DC is a game I refuse to ever talk about again. Every time someone brings it up, like, no, we don't talk about that garbage ass game. It was basically like all the fucking like AVPs and all that shit. We're like, oh, let's combine 2 universes and make them both worse. Like it was fucking terrible.
Wow, you're fucking wrong. But
And honestly, them bringing back the classics is because people are like, there's still the nostalgia factor that's with everything nowadays, but people still think very fondly of those games more so than 4, because 4 was a different engine. They were doing different things with it, but the idea of playing the classics, like that works really well with the first 3 and making them online. People eat that shit up, like when they did a WoW original. Like people, like they went back to the WoW like 1 servers and they made those, and they were filling the queues up. They had to make more servers to get more people in want to play the originals because they hated what happened to the fucking new ones. And there's so much garbage in the Mortal Kombat franchise that just doing the first 3, fuck it, why not?
yeah, but yeah, man, I don't know. For me, I feel like they should bring those back. I mean, we'll disagree with that big time, obviously, but at the same time, I just think that, like, if you already took off the other one, and I guess one of the reasons why is because the servers were too expensive to have and no one was actually using them and weren't making money off the shit. It's like, dude, yeah, why would you make the same financial fucking mistake for shit that's going to be more expensive to host these servers? That's fucking stupid.
No, not necessarily. I'm sure. Again, servers like the Mortal Kombat games have been doing really, really well. All 3 of them are still being played. So it's like, yeah, do the originals. People, I guarantee you when that drop, if that, because it says PC in Europe,
Mm-hmm.
if that does drop to America, that's gonna fucking sell hotcakes. Like I guarantee it.
Yeah, man. And one of the last things we're gonna be talking about here, this is shocking as fuck to me. Good old Atari. Now, did you even read the Google Docs, by the way? Because I'm very
Of course
curious.
not.
Of course not. Okay, good. I'm glad you didn't. Don't read them.
Good.
Atari's working on something.
Of course
What
it
do you
is.
think it is? Make a guess.
Are they still working on that fucking mini classic console?
They are, but that's not the answer. Try 2 more times.
A new ET game.
Nope. Try again.
Fuck. Oh, damn, that was, I really thought it was gonna be that. I don't know, a new Pac-Man?
So, this is gonna be fucking awesome.
What?
People, Atari's making a hotel. A fucking hotel,
Never in a
bro.
million years would I ever
Well,
have
now I
guessed
just
that.
have to go.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask Jet. I was like, Jet, are you down to go? Like,
Fuck that. Atari does not deserve my money.
what fucking insanity? Like, okay, so obviously you don't have as much money for video game development as Sony.
No,
Microsoft,
we got for
etc.
hotels.
Yeah, but they got for hotels. Fucking insane to me. Jet, do you think there's a different experience to be had at this fucking Atari hotel versus any other hotels? Like, would you actually be interested in going to something like this?
Uh, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and say yes, just to see like how they do everything. Like, do we get a free like Atari like game console and like the brooms are like the bed sheets like a whole bunch of just Atari like game boxes like printed on the sheets.
Yeah, they
Like
should.
what's all in there?
Honestly, you know how they have like those smart tables now where you can charge your phone on the fucking table? Why not have that be an Atari like touchscreen console, dude? Like that would be fucking awesome.
Yeah,
That'd be
smart hotel. Your phone charges as soon as you walk in there.
yeah, yeah, the whole
That's
fucking thing.
terrible
Atari
idea.
smart game is just
You
hidden.
just walk in with metal and explode.
Oh yeah, like you know how you buy like sex movies and shit, like the adult fucking channels. You can just have like adult video games. You can play like Conqueror's Revenge or whatever the fuck that fucking thing was. Not Conquerors, by the way. Yikes, because that's bad for a day.
Customers?
I don't know. I'm fucking stupid. I think I'm doing the whole
You
goddamn
are.
thing incorrectly. Roxy, would you be down to go to an Atari fucking hotel?
I think the game you were talking about was Custer's Revenge.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Custer's Revenge.
I literally just said that and you ignored me.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I didn't hear you at first. I apologize.
Well, sometimes people don't want to hear from you, Alan,
You! Why am I here?
You're here because we love
because
you
you
so
got a
much.
fat ass and you bring in them views. But anyways, I would gladly stay here. But like Jet mentioned, I do want to see how far they go with it. Like, because how far do you want to go with an Atari hotel? Like, are you gonna make it like Atari throughout the years? Like, here's the rise and fall through all the different rooms. Like, here's like every room could be like a different genre or a different game, or it could be modern style with like Atari features onto it. I want to see
Yeah.
like how this plays out
Nope.
and how are they going to be able to bring in or just make it available to multiple age ranges and age groups because you're going to have the people who are actually children around that time and they know what to bring in for them. But what about when they come in with their families? Like, what activities are the kids going to do? Activities are there for teens or like young millennials? Like, where is the entertainment factor for everybody that's coming here? Is it just solely for the Atari fans? Or can other people who aren't Atari fans but would like to learn about it or just check it out?
There
Like,
are no.
what's in store for them?
Yeah. I mean, and
No, it'll be like an Atari game. Half the floors aren't built. The doors don't open. As soon as you get halfway through your fucking halfway through your stay, your account gets canceled. Like, let's fuck it. This is a full Atari experience. You get the hotel gets bankrupt halfway through, and they evict everybody. And then at the very end of your stay, they push the entire hotel into a giant fucking hole and cover it with cement.
yeah, fucking all JP saying, "Oh, why am I here? You're here because you want to go to the Atari Hotel and check in and have a good old time playing some classic games in a fucking place that's way too expensive for you to stay at." My whole thing is, and we started off this conversation talking about like, wow, they don't have enough money for fucking competent competition versus like Sony and fucking Microsoft, but they have enough money to do a hotel. And I'm thinking like, wait, why are they doing this fucking hotel? Is this because they're trying to finance the VCS? Because
The
here
what?
it is, with the Atari VCS, this console they're doing.
Oh, God.
I'm thinking that maybe they're doing this hotel thing to get this fucking money to just kind of move it over to this other wing of their development team or whatever the fucking saying, hey, we need some money. We can't sell any games yet. Most people actually already have our games for like these classic like multi-packages they can get digitally. How can we make some money? How can we finance the
What?
creation of the VCS?
So they made a hotel?
Maybe, dude, Sony does that.
No.
Like, how do you think the PS1 was made? It was all because of Walkmans, man. That's what
Yeah, but
happened.
Sony was a multi-billion-dollar company prior to the creation of it, and they sold Sony's an entire brand of electronics. They didn't just say "fuck it, we're gonna get PS1." So in order to do that, everyone make a bunch of bullshit. That shit was already made prior. So they're like, "Well, you know what? People like video games. We have the technology. Let's make a fucking
But
video
there's more of
game."
a profit though with fucking hotels because
With
the hotel.
hotels?
Oh yeah,
Hotels are a
this
fucking no, dude. Trust me. Call Trump. Hotels are a fucking money pit.
not well. I mean, where Trump was making his hotels in fucking New York and shit. But like, I'm
They're a
talking
money
about.
pit. Like hotels are notorious. Did you never see the second Ocean's 11 movie?
Well, no, but the biggest thing though is like if you do a situation with Atari, like if they're building a hotel, it's like okay, well we know people are gonna. I mean, people are not gonna run out of places to fucking stay. Like we know our clientele. People are always gonna want to sleep somewhere when they go someplace. Now with
Nah,
video
dude.
games, if the VCS comes out right now, they will die instantly. With Google Stadia doing what the fuck it's doing right now, with the PS5
Oh,
coming out
Google
soon,
Stadia has like 3 months before it dies.
possibly, but still, it's taking off a piece of people that are spending their extra expenditure on not the main consoles. You don't want any competition. You want that shit empty because yeah, it's not smart to come out with something. I mean, look at the Ouya. Remember that fucking thing?
Yeah, the
That shit
Ouya
died.
was selling something that most people can get for free. This is a terrible idea from the get-go. But the idea of then doing hotels are money pits. You like don't make money on a hotel for years before you start turning a profit. And that's only when you become popular. Like you don't really make like hotels aren't really a business you start up anymore. Like the Hiltons and the Trump Towers and all that stuff that actually hotels are long established franchises. Like especially with Airbnbs, people don't even do hotels anymore. So it's like this is not a way to. It's not a money making idea. You want to use your fucking thing, make a YouTube channel with Blaze. Then you can use ad revenue to fucking make your console. That'd be a better way to make money and sell your product at the same time. Making a hotel to sell video game consoles? That's the stupidest thing I've ever fucking heard in my life.
I thought it was a good idea, Alan.
Dude, you're wrong. This is why we don't put you in the marketing department.
Ah, man, yeah. So, hey, we'll see what the fuck happens. Maybe our next fucking chat attack, Metropolis Collective fucking thing is going to be us going to the goddamn hotel and chilling. But, speaking
No.
of the Metropolis Collective, man, why don't you tell people about the Illuminati podcast and what you guys got planned up?
Yeah, for the people that are watching this on Facebook, if you and for the people that are not, just go to the chat attack on Facebook, and there's embedded links to the Metropolis Collective, and that's where me, Ganja, and Ruthless we do our show, The Illuminati, where we break down politics. We do it on a weekly basis. There's an episode that should be coming out tomorrow, so be sure to check that out. Ganja does this versus history, which he'll never do a second episode of. But as far as that, there's also a new. There's also something I've been personally working on that'll be dropped in a couple of. Hopefully, it'll be dropped in a week. We're still working on some of the visual stuff, but there's something that I've recorded that should be coming out soon. Be sure to check that out. But more importantly, our Vegas trip. So we've been posting it on every single platform we could find. But be sure to check that out. It's on Valentine's Day week. We will be in Vegas. We will be doing a live show with a bunch of people that are part of the Metropolis, like Back in the Deck and the guys at ARPG and the VCR guys. Like a bunch of people are going to be coming down for a live show. So be sure to check that out for all information, or you can contact me or any of the people there for more information.
Absolutely. So, with that said, we're getting the fuck out of here. I just want to thank very much Roxy. Thank you so much for being here and being doo-doo-y. God damn it.
You're
Jet-
welcome.
Jet,
This is Zig Heil. What?
See, you're always putting shit in my fucking mouth. Just let me talk.
Nope, not even going to go there.
Yeah, that was a little strange. Jet!
What?
You're so fucking nuts. But you're awesome. Thank you very much for hanging out with us, too.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, with that said, I just wanted to say that so I could fucking plan this goddamn watch together thing. Anyways, we're out of here. So, with that said, you guys can find us on Facebook. Just type in Chat Attack. You guys can find us over there on the damn YouTube.
Wow.
You can find us anywhere, everywhere, all that good stuff. Go watch Corey Coleman doing his thing right now. He's doing What Up Son. It's going to be awesome.
It's been
Go do that.
Check that out.
Yes. And DTmerch.com, by the way. Go buy you some fucking shirts. We're going to have an Allen shirt up there soon. It's going to be a green one. And that's it. That's all he wears. That's okay because he makes it look so fabulous. DTmerch.com.